Swap for the last game. Good evening and welcome back to Marks' Court Time here in Elizabeth. We've got game 2 of Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League action here on a special Friday edition. We've got Cedarbrook undefeated 4-0 against 3-1 State Farm. I am Mon Valley Independent sports correspondent Dean Delamalva, and we have a fellow correspondent on my side here, Miss Ashley Chase. How are you doing tonight, Ashley?
Doing great. Excited for a good night of basketball.
As always, here we go. Here shortly, here we've got, for State Farm, we've got number 9, Emasito, number 2, Agatha Nikolai, number 8, Haven Briggs, and we've got a turnover right away. Zogelman, Lydia Zogelman, and Chloe Portash starting 5 for State Farm. This is Alyssa Clutter. She hands off to Jasmine Dunn. Ball back to Clutter, drives inside, and she's got 2 right away. 2-0, Cedarbrook. Up the floor comes State Farm, and we've got a travel here called on Portash. So let's reset here. Starting 5 for Cedarbrook. Jasmine Dunn, Ellie Snyder, Alyssa Clutter, Mia Johnson, and Katie Hoff. So this is Johnson in the corner. She will fake a drive baseline, put up a shot, gets it to go. Mia Johnson with her first basket of the night. And it's 4-0 Cedarbrook. Long 3 ball, misses everything. Rebounded once again by Cedarbrook, and here comes Dunn. She finds Snyder across the court. And we've got a foul on a block here on Emasito. First foul of the night.
Between turnover and back-to-back boards, it's been a couple of quick offensive possessions for State Farm, but a nice job by Cedarbrook to bring the pressure early.
And now Haven Briggs picks up her first foul. Looks like she got a hold of her person there. Into Clutter. Looking for room, kicks it out. Mia Johnson for 3, it's short. Off the side of the iron, and here comes State Farm up the floor. Nikolai hands it over to Portash, and she will set up the offense. Portash versus Clutter, 1-on-1. Help defense there by Katie Hoff, and another State Farm turnover. That's 3 already. Clutter up the floor, spin move inside, can't get it to go, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. And State Farm is not going to waste time. Coach Tom Rodriguez is going to call a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's been a lot of good momentum in the early going here for Cedarbrook. A couple of, good defensive possession to start, earning that possession, and then right there, crashing the boards, getting the rebounds, coming down, drawing a couple of fouls, and 4-0's not as much the problem as the repeated, habits we've seen in the first couple of possessions here.
Yeah, State Farm definitely needs to I think they just need to settle down, I mean, you're coming into this game. It's essentially a battle for first place. You got the undefeated team across from you. You want to try to give them your best showing. But getting up and down and being fast like that's not really what State Farm has done so far this season. Here's Clutter. No good on the first one. Second one goes for Clutter, 5-0. Cedarbrook out in front. Portash on the wing to Nikolai. She's D'd up by Dunn. And Dunn gets in there and steals it away. She tries to look for somebody. And Mia Johnson's able to recover the ball. She's bringing it up the floor. Nobody stops ball. She drives down the middle of the lane, up with a shot, no good. Katie Hoff, offensive rebound, putback attempt is no good, and then corralled by Emasito. Couple of chances there for Cedarbrook to extend the lead. They can't get it, so a chance here for State Farm to get back into things. Portash now looking for some space. Tries the pick and roll. Fails. Back the other way. 5 turnovers already for State Farm. Johnson, and she's going to get called for travel. Engaged in contact there and looked to draw the foul, but instead she walked.
You think on that contact, you just kind of bounce out. Maybe that's where the extra step comes, but nonetheless.
Portash floater in the lane is no good. Cito and Clutter battle for the rebound, jump ball, and it's going to go over to Cedarbrook on the alternate possession.
Yeah, still not successful offensive possession here for State Farm as it's 5-0, 3 minutes in.
Katie Hoff with her first basket, 7-0. Dax Thomas State Farm trailing here early. Still looking for their first basket. Here's Briggs working against Johnson. Kicks it back out to Portash. Again, there's seems to be, they want to try to isolate Portash. Now the ball coming around. Zogelman for 3 is no good. Briggs tracks down the long board. She thought about it, tries to go inside, and that is off of State Farm, going back the other way for Cedarbrook. They've got 7 State Farm turnovers so far. Jasmine Dunn bringing it up here for Cedarbrook as there's a drive to the hole and a basket for Dunn, and she's going to get a chance for the 3-point play as State Farm is going to bring in a line change here.
We've got all the fresh bodies in the world to do it. Full slate of players here for State Farm.
Dunn's second one is good. Still, let's see if this line can do any better here for State Farm. And Dunn steals one away. She finds Clutter to the basket. She's got 5, and it's 12 zip. Under 4 minutes gone, and still no basket. It's Vinick handing off to Rodriguez. Another turnover. And Clutters, they're turning this into a track meet, 14-0 here. Cedarbrook.
Back-to-back there from Clutter off of some turnovers and sloppy play.
Another turnover. Johnson, no good. Rebounded by Erica Hall. And now she's going to turn it over. That's 11. They've got almost as many turnovers as Cedarbrook has points as Clutter takes the ball to the hole, lays it up off the glass and good, and Rodriguez wants a full one now as Cedarbrook has come out here firing. 16-0 early on here in this one.
Yeah, and just the opening, 5 minutes and, 12 seconds here, it's been not only all Cedarbrook offensively, but really all Cedarbrook defensively. I mean, they have come up with, like you mentioned, all sorts of turnovers and converting most of those into baskets. I think there's been 2 misses so far. So definitely bringing that intensity early. And, like we said, at 4-0, it wasn't about the score. It was about what was happening on the floor. And that proved to be exactly correct because they kept it up, and now the score reflects that.
Yep.
We'll take a moment and thank some of the sponsors that bring you coverage of the MVI Summer Basketball League. Shout out to the folks at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi. They offer coffee from La Prima Espresso Company, a local Pittsburgh roaster, serving breakfast, lunch, salad, snacks, pastries, candied bacon, all sorts of goodies at Perked Up Cafe. They've got Wi-Fi on site. Love to support the community and give back. Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi, a proud sponsor of the Valley Sports Guys podcast, returning in August, and local high school sports across the Mon Valley. Tell them we sent you at Perked Up Cafe.
Again, I still don't think State Farm has kind of calmed down enough to kind of do anything. They're getting outplayed basically in every phase of the game here. They need to get a basket to start getting some confidence going here. Here's Tessa Rodriguez looking for Vinick, and it goes out of bounds. Another one.
And dialing up, you know, there's a difference between calm and focused.
Yeah.
I don't know that either of those are what's really present, but certainly lacking intensity, I think, on the State Farm side of the ball.
And you would think that wouldn't be the case, you know, playing the first place team.
And they're 3-1. It's, you know, this isn't, you know, this score isn't, you know, of the character of what you've seen from this team so far this year to be at that 3-1 mark. So,
yeah.
See if they can settle in and figure some things out. Certainly tons of time to reverse this, but it's got to start somewhere.
3 ball on the way, no good. Really one of their first good looks at the basket. And Dotson took it, and she was able to track down her own rebound, and now giving State Farm a second chance here. Rodriguez comes near side. This is Vinick. We know that name in this league, and her shot is blocked. Snyder up the floor quickly to Clutter. She's going to work on Dotson. Deed up nicely. Snyder now on Hall. No good. Erica Hall gets the rebound. Gets a Tess Rodriguez. That's a good stop for them as well. Vinick to Hall. Hall's going to fire up a 3. No good. Clutter gets the rebound, and Coach Mariah Ward wants her team to slow it down a little bit here. Still leading this one 16-0. Dunn for 3. That one over the backboard off the rim, and that one will go over to State Farm. Kenzie Saliga, the other State Farm player in the game. I think we mentioned everybody else that came in during that second substitution. And Dotson tries to get around Clutter, and we got a trip here. Got her toe out there. I love how animated Coach Ward is. Despite her team being up 16-0, she's still all over it.
Hey, you bring that sales pitch. She tripped over the ball.
Fake a shot, drive to the basket. Saliga, she gets hit in the face, and she's going to go to the line.
Let's see if, I mean, it's been a 2-minute scoreless stretch period, which is a win for State Farm, and they're able to break that goose egg off the scoreboard.
There you go. First point of the night. Still looking for the first free field goal, I'm sorry. But 2-2 at the line is Kenzie Saliga, and it's now 16-2, 8:48 to go, first half. Dunn up the floor with a quick pass. Kearns on the offensive glass, and she's fouled going up, and now she will go to the line. Lily Kearns, Bell Vernon. Going to get a shot at 2 here. Got the first one. Second one for Kearns, no good. Rebound off some hands and out of bounds. It'll go to State Farm. 17-2, 8:42 to go. The lead for Cedarbrook. Trying to end the first half of the season undefeated. Lob pass inside by Rodriguez, unread by the receiver and overthrown and out of bounds. We saw in the first game, Edward Jones fall behind AMD 25-5 at one point in the first half. Dunn with a jump shot. Kearns another offensive rebound. Kearns with a second offensive rebound. Can't get either of them to go. Erica Hall with the board for State Farm. Dotson to Rodriguez. Over to Vinick. She looks inside, and again, pass. This one, Kearns knocked it away, but it goes out of bounds. So here comes the State Farm line change again. Starters back on the floor for them. Here comes the inbounds pass. Zogelman into Cito, looking for some room. Pounds the floor with the ball. Too strong. Gets her own board, though. Nicely done to Portash. And back out here to Nikolai. She's going to work on Dunn, and we got a reach in called here on Jasmine Dunn. Only the third team foul on Cedarbrook. Portash working on Hoff. Crossover, dribble drive. Drives to the hole, and another foul called on Cedarbrook. That is on Katie Hoff. That'll be her first. Sending Portash to the line for 2. Portash averaging 13.7 a game. Rims out, no good. Edward Jones had that basket in the first half. Maybe it's a problem with that basket in the first half. Done now, looking to work around a pick. Kearns rolls, receives the pass. One dribble, blocked by Portash. She recovers it, though. Throws it up, no good. Haley Johnson with the rebound and a putback. Can't get the bounce. Back the other way comes State Farm. They've got numbers now, 5-on-2. Into the corner, Nikolai for 3, way long. Ceda's though, is there on the backside with a rebound, and we've got a jump ball called. Possession arrow goes over to Cedarbrook. Or what'd they call here? Don't know what they called.
Yeah, it was a jump ball.
Yeah, okay, so State Farm got it then. Zogelman on the drive, no good. Clutter with the rebound, she's running. Here she comes, driving down the lane. Nice pass to Katie Hoff for the finish.
A tremendous pass from Clutter, great vision, and knew exactly how to throw that ball to get it right into her hands.
And Portash is going to force a blocking call. That's going to be on Clutter, team foul number 5. Second foul on Alyssa Clutter, something to keep an eye on. Mia Johnson and Snyder back into the game. For Cedarbrook, Clutter coming out here.
So almost a 3-minute stretch without a field goal there before Cedarbrook scored there. But that was really the first burst that we saw from State Farm, where they were putting any offensive pressure on and getting looks at all.
Snyder for 3 from the corner. Her first points of the night. Portash for 3, off the rim, no good. Snyder with the rebound defensively. Here comes Jasmine Dunn. She's going to drive to the hole. Floater, one-hander, no good. Rebound comes to Zogelman. She's going to try to run. Make a move inside, put up a shot, and Snyder got a piece of it. Back comes Cedarbrook again. Hoff on the baseline looking for, she had Haley Johnson open. Hoff drives, and she's going to be called, or she's going to force the foul. Foul on Portash. First one, no good. Clutter back in for Dunn. Second one, no good as well, but Snyder on the offensive rebound. Hoff's going to hit a jump shot there from just inside the three-point line.
She got her 2 somehow.
Six points for Katie Hoff, and it's 24-2. Cedarbrook. And we saw AMD jump all over Edward Jones early, and it's the same thing here in game 2. Zogelman throws this one too high. I've got State Farm with 15 turnovers. That is just astounding.
And it's slowed down in that same stretch where they finally got that 2 on the board from free throws. Since then, they've only had 3.
And there's Zogelman poking the ball loose for a turnover for Cedarbrook, only their 3rd of the night. Zogelman for 3, no good. Snyder with the rebound as State Farm is still looking for their first field goal of the night. Down 24-2. Clutter for 3, that's short. Katie Hoff on the offensive glass. Dishes to Snyder, jump shot, good. 5 points for Ellie Snyder.
A much more balanced effort we're seeing here from Cedarbrook than in their last outing. Not that there was anything wrong with that.
Right. Still were able to pick up the win. They struggled a bit, but as you said, the balanced scoring is certainly helping them tonight. Clutter with another miss down this side. Haley Johnson with the rebound, and we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it here. Kearns in for Haley Johnson.
And what I think, too, with that balance is you see what happens when everybody's on and everybody's contributing. Is something like this can happen.
Yes, and there's Alyssa Clutter from on the line, I'm guessing, from the looks of it. She now has 11, and it's 28-2. Clock approaching the 4-minute mark. Down to Cito. She'll drive on the baseline, kick it near side, out to Briggs for 3, no good. And it's out of bounds. Ball over to Cedarbrook. And here comes the second line here for State Farm. I might mention that this is the second line. This is the line that scored for them. This is the line responsible for their 2 points off of 2 free throws by Kenzie Saliga. Dunn for 3, got it.
I felt like that went through the net in slow motion, didn't it? Just kind of.
Yeah, and it didn't look like the net
gracefully through there.
and the net barely moved. I mean, it's, you want to talk about, and there's the first State Farm field goal of the game. Erica Hall baseline jump shot. It's now 31-4. Johnson dishes to Dunn. She'll drive the lane, put up a shot off the backboard. No good. Rebound to Dotson, and we've got a foul. It's going to be against Lily Kearns. That's team foul number 6. Well, State Farm, really what they got to try to get out of this one is just something positive to get going for the next one as they turn it over again. Dunn. Layup, good. Jasmine Dunn now with 8. 33-4, under 3 minutes to go. Game 2 of the night here. Game 3 at 8 o'clock. Menneson Florist against Lee Supply. Tessa Rodriguez in the corner. Into Hall. Off the glass, no good. Katie Hoff the rebound.
Cedarbrook's been all over the backboards and it's paying off.
And we got a charge here called against Dunn as she dished to Hoff, but ran into a State Farm defender. Charging violation. Tessa Rodriguez. Over to Riley Vienick, and they exchange the ball again. And Dunn called for a reach there. 3 fouls on Jasmine Dunn, and we got to be shooting now. It's going to be Tessa Rodriguez to the line for 1-and-1. Clutter in for Dunn. 2:15 to go until halftime, and it's 33-4. That's in favor of Cedarbrook. First one good from Tessa. She'll get a bonus. Second one up and good. She gets them both. 33-6. 2:13 left. Clutter finds Kearns. Back out to Clutter. Nice crossover. Katie Hoff from just beyond the free throw line. Her shot is up, no good. Vinik with the rebound. Here comes Tessa Rodriguez, finds Vinik on the wing. They exchange and around a pick. Rodriguez tries to go to Hall inside. Hall temporarily saves it. We got a foul. Blocking foul called on Alyssa Clutter, number 3 for her. So Dunn and Clutter each with 3 fouls here. 9th team foul. Hall's first attempt is no good. Katie Hoff with the rebound. Clutter up the floor. And that foul called on Erica Hall is going to lead to 1-1 here. It's going to be Clutter going to the line here. Makes the first. Number 2 bounces around, no good, but Katie Hoff on the glass again for Cedarbrook. Into the corner, Snyder for 3, no good. And Lily Kearns picks up the foul. 10th team foul is going to put State Farm on the line for 2. Lily Kearns also now with 3 fouls. So 3 fouls, 3 fouls, 3 fouls for Kearns, Dunn, and Clutter.
And that's the 10th team foul, so they've all come in the same, 3 girls with 3.
3 girls with 9 of those 10 fouls. Second one up and no good, so Rodriguez goes 1 of 2 at the line. 34-7 is the score. Oh, we got a loose ball. It's under your seat.
I'm still not over that loose ball foul call on Clutter.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything that was
I mean, the
worthy
ball
of a
was
blocking foul. I think everybody
rolling. It was pretty loose. I think Coach Ward had something to complain about there, but again, up 34-7. Maybe they're giving a call there or something like that. But so, I mean, it's worth mentioning. I don't know. They're up by 27. That there are 3 Cedarbrook players with 3 fouls, and they've only got 2 bench players. So if the foul trouble follows them into the second half, they may be forced to play with 4. But with this
see that
lead,
last night very briefly.
Oh my.
One of the boys' games. Wasn't for very long, and there's 5-on-4, I think, for maybe the final minute and a half, something like that.
Here's Katie Hoff driving, and an offensive foul called against Hoff, number 2 on her. They are loading Cedarbrook up with fouls at this point.
They can pick up a. If State Farm can force her into a third, they'd be in all sorts of trouble in the second half.
Vinik, floater down the lane. Nice floating shot there by Riley Vinik. Off the glass and good. Her first basket, 34-9 now, under a minute to go. Nia Johnson turns the ball over, but Hall really didn't grab it, so it's out of bounds. Staying here.
That shot by Vinik, just the second field goal of this first half. The rest come from the free throw line.
Yes. Dax Thomas State Farm has definitely struggled here tonight. Here comes Clutter. Working against Vinik. Up with a shot, no good. Clutter offensive rebound. She's going to fire up a three. No good. Kearns called again. 4 fouls on Lily Kearns. 19.3 seconds to go, and Saliga to the free throw line. This is becoming interesting here. Saliga makes the first one, and you got to take Kearns out here. Haley Johnson onto the floor. Saliga good on the second. Double digits finally for State Farm, 34-11 as the clock at 14 seconds and counting here. Clutter working on Dotson. Turnaround jump shot at the free throw line is no good. Rodriguez with a rebound. She comes out with it. 3 seconds to go. Makes a move, drives to the lane, up too strong. Loose ball, grabbed by Snyder, but that is the end of the first half. And it's been an odd one, folks. We've got a halftime score of 34-11 in favor of Cedarbrook. Just not 16 State Farm turnovers, 2 field goals made by Dax Thomas State Farm. Just not what you want offensively or defensively.
No, and Cedarbrook was in a good flow from the start of this game, but it came kind of crashing to a halt in the final 5 minutes or so of the half. I mean, everything stopped working. It was foul calls were happening. Finally breaking through for a basket with State Farm, and then Cedarbrook didn't score. So when the scoring stopped for them, kind of everything came to a halt, and I think the fouls are certainly one of the things that made a big difference.
Yeah, fouls will be the story in the second half. Can State Farm take advantage of what is really huge foul trouble for Cedarbrook? 3 for Jasmine Dunn, 3 for Alyssa Clutter, 4 fouls on Lily Kearns, 2 on Katie Hoff.
Yeah, it certainly puts them in a tight situation for the second half. And thank you. I think for Clutter leading the way in scoring for Cedarbrook with 12, but if you have to take her off the floor, where does that offense going to come from? Eager to see. I think Jasmine Dunn had a nice stretch there where she hit a couple back-to-back that brought her up to 8 points, and I think we're going to need to see her take the next step offensively in the second half, particularly if somebody ends up sitting for a large portion of this. Somebody picks up a quick fourth, and they're going to have to come out.
I mean, this is, like we mentioned, like Cedarbrook's got 2 subs, and they're already elbow deep in foul trouble. Like you said, if Clutter or Dunn pick up their fourth and they have to sit, it's going to put a lot of pressure on these other young players on this team to step up, or a lot of pressure on Katie Hoff, who has shown in the past she can take it. She's got 8 boards tonight to go with her 6 points. Just a really interesting, I've never seen a game like this before. It's really interesting.
And we have a good crowd on hand here tonight, and
there is a good crowd here.
It has been very quiet because it's just been an odd game.
Yes.
It's just been an odd game.
Yes,
so far.
it's just like they came out rolling here. Did Cedarbrook and kind of zapped any energy there could have been in the place, and now it's just, like I said, it's at a weird spot. And if I'm Coach Tom Rodriguez over there for State Farm, I'm telling his girls to attack, 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 attack.
Absolutely. I'll give a shout out to Foster House 2 Sports Bar and Grill in Bell Vernon, one of the proud sponsors of the MVI Summer Basketball League. You can get their famous King sandwiches 7 days a week, pizza and pizza burgers on the weekends, 12 ice cold beers on draft. bottled beer, mixed drinks, frozen margs, great atmosphere with the big screens for all the sporting events you could watch. Proud to support all the local sports teams here in the Mon Valley. Check out Foster House 2 in Bell Vernon.
State Farm comes out with the basketball here. Need to start by getting this number under 20 so that they can extend the game. They've got 6 minutes to do so before the running clock. Zogelman with the ball. She's watched by Hoff. Crossover dribble drive down the lane. Dumps it into Cito. She'll kick it out to Briggs. Briggs drives inside, done with her hand straight up in the air, not taking any chances. Rebounded by Cito and back out top. You did. You saw her very carefully put her hand straight up. Portash now watched by Mia Johnson, one of the Cedarbrook players with no fouls. That's a long three. No good. Cito gets the rebound, finds Portash cutting off the glass, and there's a basket for Chloe Portash. That is her first points of the night. 34-13, Cedarbrook. Dunn, near side to Clutter, inside the Hoff. Fake a shot, up underneath. Basket is good, and the foul. Foul on Cito. Hoff's to the line to try to make this a three-point play.
Hoff creeping up on a double-double, as you mentioned. Came into the second half with 8 boards and has 8 points down to go with it.
Haven Briggs with the rebound on the miss. Up to Zogelman. Back to Nikolai. And now here's Briggs again. Cito flashes to the ball, drives to the basket. Good. So we've seen here, Coach Ward just said it. It seems like Cedarbrook has dropped some in defensive intensity, so they do not get called for a foul. And now Cito has picked up 2 here very early in the second half for State Farm. That one on the floor, though. Clutter takes it out of bounds underneath. Finds Mia Johnson, top of the key. She'll fire up a 3. No good. Long rebound. Snyder's able to get it. She finds Clutter on the backside. She'll take a jump shot. No good. Zogelman with the rebound. She comes out with it for State Farm. Zogelman up the floor. Plays it off of Snyder's leg out of bounds. It'll stay here.
You know, and you mentioned it, Coach Ward saying, you know, my girls are afraid to play defense because they think you're going to call a foul. And that's what it feels like, not only in the game, but it feels like the momentum is flipped the other direction because of that. They're playing a little more timid than the, you know, aggressive nature they started with, where they forced 11 turnovers in the first 5 minutes.
Right. Dunn, though, able to secure a defensive rebound. She brings it up the floor. Now the ball to Snyder. She's looking to drive, and Portash trying to draw one there. Doesn't get the call, though. Dunn with Nikolai on her. Little switch there inside. Hoff, turnaround jump shot, no good. Portash with the rebound. Portash drives, foul called. Who's this on? Katie Hoff, 3. 3 fouls on, 3+ fouls on 4 members of this Cedarbrook team. Puts Portash at the line for 2. First one good. Second one's no good. Clutter gets the rebound on the second one, brings it back up the floor. Mia Johnson, too strong. Hoff with the rebound, had it knocked out of her hands. It's going to stay here. 36-16, 13:02 left here in the second half. 20-point game. Inbound. And foul called here. I think I called that on Portash, number 2 on her. Jasmine Dunn with the ball. Johnson, baseline jump shot is short of everything. Took a weird kind of high bounce, comes to Clutter. Her jump shot is no good. Inside battle for the ball, comes out to Nikolai.
Maybe it is that basket.
Yeah, I don't know. Monessen wants the ball. Monessen Flores wants to shoot at this basket for both halves. And as the commissioner, he can probably make that happen. Nikolai.
If anyone has a spare goat at home, I think Chad has some plans for between these two games. I'm going to bring that by. We're at court time in Elizabeth Township.
Here's Jasmine Dunn. Trying to get around a pick. And Cedarbrook got nobody inside right now. Hoff drives, one-handed runner, no good. Tries to get the offensive board, can't do it though. It's Zogelman coming up with it. She comes up the floor. Tries to get inside to Cito, passes a little high. Turnover, Jasmine Dunn bringing it back. One-on-one with Briggs. She stops and pops. That's no good. Portash with a rebound, long lead pass. Zogelman taking it all the way in, lays it up too strong. She was trying to get contact and didn't get it, and now a turnover by Cedarbrook. And here comes second grouping for State Farm. 5-2 is the score here in the second half. State Farm needs one more basket to assure that the clock won't start running exactly 10 minutes. 36-16, 11:30 to go. Dotson, nice move, kick to the corner. Saliga for three. It's short, no good. Hall tries to track down, can't do it though. Hoff with it, she's harassed, and we've got a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it with Cedarbrook this time.
I'd like to see that defensive intensity back for Cedarbrook, because when they were focused on that and clicking, you know, it was jumping in the passing lane. It was all of that. You didn't worry about fouls because you were doing things that were not body to body. They weren't in the paint. They were outside and getting after possessing the basketball.
Couple of misses at both ends here. Now Clutter finds Dunn. Mia Johnson's going to drive and dish to Hoff. Hoff puts it up off the glass. Count the bucket. And a chance for a three-point play.
That'll put Hoff into double digits. She has the only other basket of this second half for Cedarbrook.
11-10 so far for Katie. Three ball by Venick is no good. Backside loose ball, scrambled for. Cedarbrook has it. Here comes Dunn, 1-on-3. Sidestep, she's fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot two. Foul called. I think it was on Dotson. Now Dunn's got a chance to get into doubles if she can hit these both. And the first one is true. 42-16. Haley Johnson checking in. Second one is no good. Ball goes inside. Dotson tried to find Hall cutting, and it's a turnover, State Farm. 18 turnovers on the game for the team in red. And they're down on the scoreboard 42-16. Clock approaching that 10-minute mark. Into Clutter, and Dotson with the reach there. Coming over the top.
I think State Farm, one of the things they've struggled with is getting position on these plays. And right there you saw an instance where they did. Erica Hall able to get a hand up on that.
There's a nice pass, but able to do a nice job with some defensive recovery. 3-ball, good from Mia Johnson. And 45-16 means the clock will roll here the rest of the way. Turnover. State Farm has it stolen. Clutter to the basket. Count it. Alyssa Clutter's first basket of the second half. Have her at 14. She's the league leader in scoring at 24 a game. Comes Hall and Venick exchanging the ball there.
It was not, a minute 10 seconds ago, this was a 20-point game, and now it's, a 31-point advantage for Cedarbrook. And that's just how quickly they've turned things on.
Tessa Rodriguez with a miss. Erica Hall with a rebound. She gets it to Venick. She's going to step into 1 for 3. No good. Ball bounced around. Clutter tracks it down for Cedarbrook. And Coach Ward, they get the ball up the floor, and we've got a timeout called by Cedarbrook. 9:02 to go. 30-second timeout, 47-16. In favor of Cedarbrook, looking to finish the first half undefeated.
Say thank you to the Salon and Spa by Cheney's Natural in Monongahela. They offer several options to help you look and feel your best, from massage and spa treatments, essential oils, CBD, and other healthy living items. Hair, facials, mani-pedis, and reflexology all available, as well as cryoskin slimming therapies. Check it out at Cheney's Natural. They carry skincare products from Farmhouse Fresh. Mention Summer Spa for a free upgrade on services. Make an appointment online, CHANEYS natural.com, or call 724-328-2834. Cheney's Natural. Visit their salon and spa today.
So Cedarbrook had a little bit of a hiccup there early on. Dax Thomas was able to cut it to 20, but short-lived. Johnson drives the lane, loses control of the ball, picked up by Clutter. 47-16 our score. Clock now under 9 minutes to go, and it is running. Dunn dishes it back out to Alyssa Clutter. She will fire up a 3. Front of the iron, no good, and Riley Venick with the rebound. She tries to get rid of it, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mia Johnson. Stays with State Farm. Comes Tessa Rodriguez over to Saliga. Back to Rodriguez in the corner, trying to look for Hall. Bounces it inside to her. Up off, a little too strong. Jasmine Dunn. Inside to Hoff. She's double teamed. Ball tied up. Possession arrow will go to State Farm. We're doing 3 games again next week too, huh? Yes, we are. So the girls division will also play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week, making up for that week they were off for AAU tournaments. Hall's open underneath. Nice pass, but too strong. Dunn up ahead to Clutter. Takes 2 steps, lays it up and in. Alyssa Clutter now with 18 points. And it's a 49-16 advantage. I tried to get State Farm back in this game. Didn't work. Rodriguez dumps it inside with a nice pass. Hall takes it. Back out to Rodriguez. And now Hall again. She's going to try to drive inside. Dish. Looks like Tessa and Erica Hall just playing catch. Little hook shot is no good. Saved by Saliga, but right to Jasmine Dunn. Clock now under 7 to go. Lee Supply, M&S and Florist, the nightcap, coming up at 8 o'clock.
your Moflo on.
Clutter with a baseline jump shot, no good. Saliga with the rebound. And guys, that's going to be worth a watch if you're tuning in for that one. Lisa Ply and Manescent Florist. Three-pointer. Good. Is that Tessa? Yes, it was. Tessa Rodriguez with a three. Dunn now for three of her own. She answers. Jasmine Dunn with four here in the half. Now 12 in the game. Gets her to doubles. Rodriguez out the hall. 52-19 is the score. Vinick. Nice pass there by Vinick, but Hall just couldn't quite reach it. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay here. Haley Johnson got herself in the way there. Into the game for Cedarbrook is going to be Ellie Snyder and Lily Kearns. Kearns in with 4 fouls here. Vinick open on the wing on the inbound. Her shot too long. Dunn. Long lead pass to Snyder. Layup and good, and the foul. No good with the free throw. Kearns offensive rebound, and Cedarbrook will reset. Here's Dunn to Haley Johnson. And now Dunn again. Just beyond the free throw line, jump shot is no good. Rebounded by Dotson. She'll bring it up the floor. Jasmine Dunn gets in the passing lane and takes that one away. Up the floor again to Snyder. She's fouled, and she will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2 this time for Cedarbrook. 4:31 to go. 54-19. And the first one is good. Second one, again, also good. 7 for her. Layup no good. Rebound offensively by Hall, and she's fouled to go to the line. Foul on Katie Hoff. 4 for her. Puts Hall back at the free throw line for 2. Rims out, no good. And here comes 4 out of 5. And Mia Johnson in for Haley Johnson. Number 2 is good. And Cito checks in for Hall. 56-20 now. 3:51 to go. Dunn. Fires up a 3, no good. Ball tipped around. Hoff ends up tracking it down and lays it up and good. 2 more for Katie Hoff. 58-20. Here's Portash working the wing there. And they're going to call a foul. We just called a foul on Katie Hoff, and she's done. 5 fouls on Katie Hoff, and she is fouled out of this one. 3:15 mark thereabouts. Jasmine Dunn's also going to sit down here. She's got 3 fouls. Egg Hall came in the first half, and Lily Kearns gets in the passing lane, almost forces a turnover. Briggs with a shot on the drive. Nicely done, Haven Briggs. 58-22. Mia Johnson finding Snyder. Back out to Clutter, finds Haley Johnson cutting to the basket. Portash got her hand on the shot. She'll come up the floor 3-on-2. Throws it up, no good. Clutter the rebound. Coming down 1-on-3. She's going to take it all the way in, and she's going to get fouled. Foul called on Zogelman. And clock now down near 2 minutes. 58-22. Another free throw there, good by Clutter, the league's leading scorer.
Take a moment, as well as State Farm agent Dax Thomas, who sponsors the team. A shout out to Brian Warnick, State Farm agent here in the Valley. As you covered for all the home and auto insurance needs, call 412-668-0111 for surprisingly great rates today. State Farm agent Brian Warnick. Give him a call today.
And another turnover on a carry by Cito. That gives them, by my count, 22 turnovers. So they have as many points as they do turnovers in this game. As Clutter misses, gets her own rebound, throws one up over her head, and gets it to go. That's a fancy little shot there. That's a little exclamation point on this one.
I was laughing. Chloe Portas was just like chuckling the whole way back the floor. She's like, what? she's still not over it. She's like, could you not?
At this point, you know, why is this happening to me? Is I think that's what she's saying right now. She's down 61-23, and Clutter just showtimed her there.
They're probably also mildly thankful that Sarah doesn't play Trinity on a regular basis.
Yeah. Johnson, nice shot there. Mia Johnson gets it to go. By my count, she has 7. Under 30 seconds to go, 63-24, Cedarbrook well in control of this one. Briggs for 3, rims out no good. Haley Johnson gets the rebound, feeds it across. Mia saves it but turns it over as Zogelman drives, loses the handle on the ball but finds Dotson. She'll drive and put up a floater, good.
Nice move from, is that Nikolai, floating through the air there for the bucket.
And Cito also scored there as time runs out on this one. 63-28. Cedarbrook continues to flex its muscle, now 5-0 on the season. They won this one by 5 touchdowns. 63-28.
This is that pay for play early season Maction kind of numbers.
Yeah, not a yeah.
Alabama welcomed Akron to town.
Yeah, this was not. Geez, that's given Akron a lot of credit that they put up 28 against Alabama. But regardless, a big win here for Cedarbrook in game 2.
I went for alliteration, not reality. That was. I have no pipe dreams for Akron. I'm not standing for them in any way.
We totally understood what you were talking about there. So game 2 in the books. Game 3 coming up shortly. Menneson Florist and Lee Supply. It'll be us again. Me and Ashley one more time. We're going to flip roles, though. So we'll see you in a little bit for Menneson Florist and Lee Supply.